For each family, there is a special courtyard for staying. These were purchased down by the families themselves. In every city, there were scouts in business of each family, and everyone knew it by heart. Although these families competed with each other, they generally belonged to a high-level interest group that formed a monopoly on the resources of Yunzhou. Other small clans, absolutely no possibility of rising. There were only so many sporadic geniuses that could cultivate to the Beast King level and walk out of here. Doesn't make for a thriving family legacy. Mu Yunlan didn't follow the Mu family or the Song family to Xiang City. After that day when Mu Nanshan approached the Song family, she left the Song family and began to go from city to city. Ostensibly, it was looking for the sons and daughters of various families to spar. The real goal was instead to gain access to the natural abilities in their spirit pets. The ability of the Beastmaster is a close second, compared to the centralized inheritance of a spirit pet's high-level bloodline. The talent awakening of an Imperial Beastmaster has a great deal of randomness. In the entire Cloud State, currently, there had only been such a Rieo-level talented Imperial Beastmaster like Feng Zhouxiao. There were no more than 5 people with Moonflower-level talent a year. The generations added up to just over 20. Cumulatively, over 3 generations, there wouldn't be more than 100. 9 stars of Star Glow level talent was already not low, and it's not mainstream. The vast majority of the disciples of the big families were still gifted at around the 6 or 7 star level. This kind of talent did not increase the strength of the 6-eared macaque much, compared to the talent of a beast swordsman. Yunzhou valued the quality of a spirit pet more. After all, a royal beast master's cultivation in the beginning was almost entirely dependent on his own spirit pet. In the later stages, even if the Imperial Beast Master is able to cultivate on his own, having an additional powerful spirit pet to assist in cultivation is far faster than cultivating on his own. Every family had their own continual spirit pet, even though the quality might only be at the 7-star transcendent level, but among them can also be selected excellent and unique offspring. The Song family's inherited spirit beast was the Flaming Mad Lion, the inheritance spirit pet of the Mu clan. On the other hand, was the Red-Scaled Griffin, which was the likeness of the flying spirit pet that Lu Zhang's incarnation had changed into at that time in the 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm. That Beast King level Flaming Mad Lion of Song Natural and the Beast King level Red-Scaled Griffin in Mu Yuan's hand were only at the 8-star transcendent level in quality. One only needed to have a quality of 5-star transcendent or higher to possess the qualifications to be promoted to Beast King. From here, one could see how deep the great families of the 12 cities of Yunzhou were. Almost every inherited spirit pet in the hands of a disciple had the qualifications to advance to Beast King. It was just that Yunzhou's resources were limited and its spiritual power was thin. That's why only a handful of people stand out. But there was no doubt that everyone who truly walked out from here could inevitably become a powerful person on one side. Mu Yunlan knew that he had been secretly escorted by strong people along the way. She's kind of a celebrity now. It wasn't because she was looking around for a challenge, but because of the stick that Little Monkey had swung that day in the Song family. A 4th-ranked spirit beast, a stick to fly a 9th-ranked Imperial Beast Master. This is simply alarmist, overly fantastical, but that's just the way it is. Truly sitting on the matter that the little monkey in her hand, the 6-eared macaque, was of the divine favor bloodline. The Mu family had 2 divine favorites in one family, and for a while, they were in the limelight. Although there didn't seem to be any harmony between father and daughter. That Mu Yunlan was also surnamed Mu. Taking a step back, Mu Yunlan returned to the Song family and to Sky Cloud City. The final result was that the 6 northern cities had 2 more divine pets, breaking the previous situation where only Purple Sun City and Mou City among the 6 southern cities had divine pets. The changes in Cloud State will gradually map to the outside world. Only the royal beast kings of the various great clans could realize the impact of a little change in the situation. If these 2 divine pets grew up and entered the outside world, what kind of huge changes would they bring about in the end? Undercurrents. Mak Yunlan didn't care about this. She stepped inside the Purple Sun City and said to the little monkey in her arms, "The time is just right. Tomorrow is the day the exchange conference officially begins. Are you ready?" Lu Zheng lazily transmitted his voice. "Prepare for what? Even if it's those spirit beasts that have been awakened for a year and a half. Is there anyone else who can block one of my strikes? What's more, didn't we beat them all up?" Mak Wunran snapped and kissed him. Jet laughed. "Worthy of being my little 6 ears? It's meant to be so dominant. Let's go. Let's see which spirit pet still dares to raise its head in front of us." The 12 Cities Junior Imperial Beastmaster Exchange Conference has an age limit of 18 years old or less. While each city only has a maximum of 4 spots, there can be fewer than 4, but there is a maximum of 4 slots in a city, regardless of how many clans, that is, up to 48 people. After Mu Yunlan signed up and registered, he realized that all the participants were only 32 in total. Those who dared to compete were at least third-order Imperial Beast Masters. Even if it was a big family, it wasn't guaranteed that every 2 years they could put together a group of elite teenagers who could compete. Staying at the Song family's courtyard in Xiang City, not long afterward, Song Snap came to the door, accompanied by one other person, an obsequious-looking kid. Yunlan, this is Song Li, the child of the Song family's second house, just turned 17 this year, about the same age as you, and also the junior beastmaster of the Song family who is going to battle this time. Glancing at the kid, nothing stuck in his memory. Mak Yunlan said full of concern. It doesn't matter. The first place in this competition is already in my pocket. The tournament is based on a one-on-one elimination system. Song Li was only at the 4th level of the 3rd rank, so he estimated that among all the participating members, he was at most in the middle to lower reaches of strength. However, Lu Zhang, who was in Mu Yunlan's arms, suddenly moved. Then he passed on the information about the natural ability he had just acquired from Song Li to Mu Yunlan. Seeing this message, Mu Yunlan also moved his eyebrows slightly. You better not use your powers on me, she said with a hint of menace in her tone. This made Song Li, who had been coy just a moment ago, even more frightened, so frightened that he almost completely hid behind Song Snap. Song Snap, on the other hand, glanced at Mu Yunlan in surprise. You actually know his abilities? This kid has been hidden by our Song family for a year, and it's the first time he's been brought out. He was asked to come over here just to spy on you specifically. Talent, soul eavesdropping. Effect, consume a certain amount of spiritual energy to release it on a single target, obtaining the opponent's mental fluctuations for a period of time, hearing the target's heart, and sensing the target's thinking. This is indeed a nice ability. Even if it wasn't a Moonflower-ranked talent, it was still a Starburst-ranked 9-star talent, but Mu Yunlan didn't want her thinking to be monitored by others, and likewise she didn't want Feng Zhouxiao's thinking thoughts to be known. The secret of rebirth. No one, other than himself and Feng Zhouxiao, could know. One more person who knows about it is a little more variable and a huge risk. Whoever you meet, make him concede the first fight. Don't expose him. These people, even if you let little Six Ears fight with his eyes closed. Thanks to the owners for their support. End of chapter 38. Chapter 38. My maiden, the more perverted she gets, begging for a follow-up read. 38. Chapter 38. My maiden, the more perverted she gets, begging for a follow-up read. Chapter 38. My maiden, the more perverted she becomes, begging for a follow-up read. These people, even if we let little Six Ears fight with his eyes closed, one of them is no match. Hearing this, Song Snap hesitated slightly before nodding. 2 months ago, the stick that the six-eared macaque had struck over the Song family was still fresh in his mind. The 4th-ranked Spirit Beast sent the 9th-ranked Imperial Beast Master and the 9th-ranked Spirit Beast flying with a single blow. Such a subversion of common sense. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, Song Snap would have thought it was an absurd rumor. The Song family had asked Song Li to come over, and only to provide limited help. A real sparring match can't help. It's just the icing on the cake. Now that she was seen through her ability by Mu Yunlan at a glance, she might be seen through by others as well, so she might as well just quit. Song Li wasn't expected to acquire any ranking this time anyway. After Song Snap left with the people, Mu Yunlan looked at the little monkey in her arms and said fiercely, "You're not allowed to just eavesdrop on my thoughts." Lu Zhang turned his head, sent a message through the bridge of sharing. "I'm lazy. I don't even bother to listen to all your usual crumbs." Mu Yunlan sniffed and fainted. "No way. You have to listen to everything I say." When she said that, she suddenly thought of something and let out a jerky, strange laugh. Quickly replace the avatar and listen to what that woman Feng Zhouxiao is thinking. Lu Zhang glanced at Mu Yunlan with a helpless look on his face. Other people's Imperial Beastmasters get cuter and cuter. My teenage girl, the sicker she gets. But what can be done? Lu Zhang had to quickly let one of his avatars go over and complete the replacement, and the new avatar gained his new skills. Feng Zhouxiao was currently within the Mu family's estate in Xiang City. Mu Nanshan looked at the two people in front of him. One was Feng Zhouxiao, and the other was a 17-and-a-half-year-old teenage Imperial Beastmaster, Mu Liming, from the sideline of the Mu family. Jiao Shao, I've already made a deal with the Hua family and the Lin family, and people from both of them are joining with Mu Liming to eliminate as many opponents as possible for you. Whoever of the three meets you will simply concede defeat, allowing you to retain more energy. After a pause, Mu Nanshan's already low voice became a few points more eerie. I only have one request, to defeat Mak Yunlan, and to completely waste that monkey, completely. Hearing these words, Feng Zhouxiao couldn't help but frown. In her mind, she didn't want to really hurt the little monkey, even though his spirit pet, the golden-scaled snake, was knocked out once by the little monkey, but she thought it was the little monkey's anger out of his anger at having chosen the golden-scaled snake and abandoned it. Understandable. She even had the idea of taking the little monkey back from the hands of that devilish demoness Mu Yunlan. However, she didn't refute Mu Nanshan's words, because she was clear that Mu Nanshan had been humiliated in the Song family that day. And not only did he compromise the majesty of the family head, but he also came back to be taught a lesson by Mu Yuan. The hatred in this, I'm afraid, washed away all the so-called father-daughter bonding. Default is fine, how do you do it is still up to you. And with regards to defeating Mu Yunlan, Feng Zhuoxiu was still very confident, despite learning that the six-eared macaque had sent a 9th-ranked Imperial Beastmaster flying with a single stick. It was only a momentary outburst. After these 2 months of enhancement, the golden-scaled Zhao had grown to the 8th level of the 4th rank. Such a powerful spiritual cultivation, coupled with the techniques he had mastered and the golden-scaled Zhao's own divine-level bloodline, defeating Mak Yunlan was 9 out of 10. In the Song family garden, Mu Yunlan, who had learned what Feng Zhuoxiu had in mind from Lu Zhang, said in a cold voice, 4th rank and 8th weight, the elevation is really fast after all. But to think that victory is assured with such strength is really arrogant. And take my little 6 ears back. Smug ass. The last life was this kind of character. Being reborn once, it's still the same. It's true that nature can't change. Always thinking that what she stands for is right, so that everyone else has to do what she wants and do things that claim to be righteous. It's worthy of you. Feng Zhuoxiu. After sneering at Feng Zhuoxiu through the air, Mu Yunlan looked at Lu Zhang and put on a gentle face. Little 6 ears. You'll never leave me, right? Lu Zhang twisted his head arrogantly. Woman, you better be nice to me. Upon hearing this, Mu Yunlan immediately went forward and once again picked up the little monkey in a hug, kissing it as she did so. Haven't I been good to you? If you were any other Imperial Beastmaster, where would you be able to raise your level so much in such a short period of time? Just follow me in peace. When we get out of here, there's a much wider world out there, with even more goodies waiting for you. Let me tell you, outside of Yunzhou there is a place called the Peachland Sanctuary, which is filled with delicious and spiritually rich spirit peaches. When we get out, I'll take you peach picking, guaranteed, so you can eat your fill. Hearing the word peach, it was as if something engraved in his bones was stirred. Lu Zhang subconsciously gulped, but he quickly thought of something and asked with a suspicious face, when you said you'd take me to pick peaches, you weren't going to steal them again, were you? This girl has a history. Mak Yunlan heatedly smiled. A look of you guessed it again. Lu Zhang was speechless and looked at the heavens. In the twinkling of an eye, the next day, in the middle of the Colosseum, 100,000 seats were filled to capacity. As the contestants from each clan entered one by one, the cheering didn't stop. The noise was so loud that Lu Zhang couldn't even be bothered to sneak off to sleep. 32 players, randomly selected on the spot to be matched. The entire arena was divided into 16 venues, with all matches taking place at the same time. Immediately after the top 16 were decided, the next draw was made to match them, decide on the top 8, then the final 4. Finally, 2 people remained for the final King of Junior Beastmasters title. This means that 5 games need to be played back-to-back if you want to get the final first place. Any chance to take a break in a tournament with such a high concentration of top talent is invaluable. Spirit Ruin City carried out a 3-guarantee strategy, and there was a high probability that it could save Feng Zhuoxiu from a round of fighting. As for Mu Yunlan, he had no requirements in this regard at all. It was like what Lu Zhang said at the beginning. It doesn't matter which spirit pet can withstand a blow from it. Announcement of the results of the draw. Match 10, Skycloud City's Mu Yunlan versus Fido City's Ma Tianlin. The horse family's inherited spirit pet was the blood-treading spirit colt. Its 4 hooves looked like there was a blood-colored flame burning, which was actually a kind of blood energy. The blood-treading spirit colt was white overall, with only its eyes and hooves being blood red. Ma Tianlin was holding a long spear, and that thing was a rank 7 spirit weapon. A set